Yeah, so we're facing the complete breakdown of society, the way I see it. This individualism that's crept in and really affected the way we all relate to the challenges we face and the community. Like, it doesn't exist anymore because we're all seeing it from the prism of what are the problems that I face. I look at my bank balance. I look at what I owe to who. How do I get out of my situation? Rather than how do I help? Think of JFK's quote, ask not what your country can do for you, but what can you do for your country? The challenges we face. Yeah, we're pretty clearly the victims of some heinous war crimes, but we're all fighting that battle by ourselves, individually. We're weak. Yeah, what does it look like to stand together? What it doesn't look like is stamping our feet and whinging at a foreign occupier. We're missing something. So the way I see it, the fabric of society is completely being shredded by this individuality, or this individual focus that we all have. It's only going to get worse with the digital currency. But yeah, I've seen this firsthand just in my experience working in the construction industry, when people always seem good at first, and then it comes time to pay the bill. Yeah, as soon as money's involved, yeah, you might have done everything right, but people find a way to weasel out. It's made me really jaded, to be honest, because what we're made of is what we do when the chips are down. And the chips they're about to land. And what I see is that we're watching. If we're awake to this horror show, we're watching it as if it's something that I can't do anything about, or that it's like it's happening outside of me. It's out there. It's our leaders are pushing through this terrible legislation. The likes of Maria Z will report to you with a very concerned expression on her face about side effects from medical experiments. We watch this like some kind of fly on the wall, which we're not. It's happening here, all around us. It's happening to us. It's happening to our neighbours. It's happened to, like I was saying in the last video, it's happened to the police. It's happening to all government employees. They're also people. Yeah, and it leaves us. Yeah, it leaves me feeling paralyzed when I consume that content. Yeah, it's all going to hell, and it's like, why do we even watch that? But yeah, even there, like I was talking about in the last video, we can interact with it. We can have an influence on it. Calling out these people. What about community? Why do we give away? We pay some money to something in the hope that it will do something. It never does. So yeah, I was speaking about the work of Stephen Squires in the last video, and he recently asked me what it is that he's shown me and I thought I might talk about it here. And it's a tricky sort of question to know where to begin. But I think the best way to answer it that I've been able to come to is through an analogy. And I don't know if you're old enough to remember the magic eye drawings. They were all the rage in the 90s or the early thousands. If you know them, you might see where I'm going with this. If you don't, it's a picture where there's an embedded image, but you need to look at it. You need to look at it for a while and look at it in a certain way before you can see that image. So I see Steve's work like that, like we're going all about following the narrative, the folks reporting live from the apocalypse. When, if we just allowed our attention to dwell on something for a little while, that picture may emerge. And once I see it, I can't not see it. And it touches on a lot of different aspects of life. And for me, something's really opened up and really sort of locked in now. Seeing certain proofs. There's a certainty. There's a sense that God's walking with me, even now while I'm speaking to you. That places me in a different relationship with what I'm facing. So it's really unlocked this question for me. What am I capable of? Really, what am I capable of? When the blinders come off, when it's hard to articulate. When something becomes so real, it's just there. With me. This crazy time we're living in. Do I go with the horror show? Or do I go with the wow, what might be from this? Because we can restore God's dominion, the way I see it. It probably sounds very grand, but as I was saying earlier, I've seen how wrong everything is about the way we relate to one another for a long time. So it's not a bad thing that that's all coming to an end. It's no doubt going to be interesting, flavorful. But what a time to be alive. It leads me to the possibility that I'm sure I've been here in the past of what does it look like when we rediscover duty, valor, honor, community. And that begins with me. It's not out there. It's not in what these war criminals are doing. It's on the policy. It's not in the fact that police and parking inspectors and the like out there doing a job that I find morally disgusting. That's not. It's beside the point. It's a symptom. Yeah, and so yeah, as everything will inevitably crumble around us, we need to be anchored. We need to find that anchoring point in ourselves, which I guess is what I've found through Steve's work. It's not any one thing. It might be probably a different thing for everybody that actually comes across it, but it's it just unlocks something which might be its connection to God, a connection to faith. So it's not an abstract concept. It's here in my boots, in my words, in my actions. Yeah, so as everything is going to collapse, that's the end of credit. May be the end of the end of the system that we have now. The way we just exchange these notes for the things we need. It doesn't require anything from me in terms of how I relate with others, how I carry myself. I can be drunk and half asleep, wear my pajamas and walk into the shop. They'll accept the notes the same. I don't even have to speak with the man or woman behind the counter. But yeah, it opens up I guess the possibility of this question occurring to us again. What's really currency? It is a faith in a sense. It's a faith that I take this thing of value to the store and I get what I need. But yeah, we're returning to a place, I think, of that luxury is not going to be there. So yeah, do we face that as individuals? That's not a good way to face that. Yeah, there won't be peace. We need to be peaceful. We need to, I think, rediscover something in ourselves in order to act with honor. Rediscover a connection to God, or whatever you call that higher power or authority there. It's not. So what I have gained, from what Steve's shown me, in a sense, is that connection. Why I'm out here making this video. So and words that Steve's used, that It, you can take all my shit, but you can't take my honor. And I'd like to live like that. Maybe that's all we can do. Yeah, people don't understand the true horrors that we're going to face. Is digital ID, biometric, data sharing, like digital medical tyranny. We can't even conceive of the horrors. I think it's probably going to make genocides and these past tyrants look like pussycats. There'll be no cash, no pressure release valve. They know. They decide what you can have. You can't enter a farm, or you can't grow tomatoes in your backyard. You've got this many credits and they last for a month, and then just how I can't even fathom how bad that's going to be if we allow it. But we may have another currency, the way I see it, that is community, that is faith, that is looking out for your neighbor, so that we don't have what happened with the vaccine mandates, where everybody was just concerned about their own situation. Oh, I can still work, so it's okay. Because we allow that to happen. Yeah, so we need to be prepared, as a scout motto says. What is it to be a scout? Yeah, is to be prepared, largely to bring back information, to gather supplies, to have the interest of my neighbour right up there with my own interests. Greater love hath no man than to lay down his life for others.